Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it's time for a new moon reading. This time around it is for the Virgo lunar cycle, so we're looking at the month of September. This is going to be for the Capricorn, so Cap Sun, Cap Moon, and Cap Rising like myself. If you feel like what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box. Also check out the Virgo lunar cycle video. I'm talking about the collective energies that we'll be dealing with underneath this Virgo influence for the month of September. I'm looking at the 4 cards, typical 4 cards that we always do. If you watch my videos, if you're returning, thank you. If you're new, welcome to the routine. And you heard me say I'm a Capricorn rising. Looking at the energy coming in for you, or the energy that you're supposed to be tapping into, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during this next month. And as we're looking at your sister sign, Virgo, Earth energy, looking at where you need to get down to the nitty gritty and actually do some work during this month in order to prepare for the change and transformation coming up in the fall. And then as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? So let's go on and get started. To start, I keep it very real, very honest. So I don't sugarcoat things. So if you like really happy and fluffy readings, I'm not. This is not the video for you. If you've been looking at your cards and you're like, what's this about? Don't be alarmed. About to kick some game to y'all. To start, in the position of the energy coming up for you, Capricorn, you've got never-ending story, which is very interesting because the numerology associated with the card is 37, which breaks down to 10, which breaks down to 1, amplified by the 0, right? But you've got this chick on the card who's got her head in her hands. She's like, oh my gosh, this shit keeps happening. But that's not really the energy that's coming up. That's not what I'm picking up on, Capricorn. I more so pick up on the message of this being a time where you've got to, switch some shit up. And I don't necessarily mean like you gotta make drastic changes, but there are some, as I was talking about routines, there are some habits that you guys have that you need to break, that you need to stop or stop partaking in. I feel like for you Capricorns, we've got our eyes set on this end goal. Whatever that end goal is for you, I feel like being the Capricorn that you are, you took the time to sit down and make a plan. And you very much so are sticking in your Capricorn energy and that goat earth energy and saying, okay, this is my plan. This is how I'm going to do it. Underneath the Virgo influence, Virgo is very analytical. Virgo is very insightful. Underneath this Virgo influence, I think it's important for us during this month to look at the end goal and say, okay, this is what it is. This is still what it is. But what have I been doing that has actually been getting me here? Have the plans that I've laid out for myself been working, or have I actually been adhering to those plans? Look at me look, let me stop. Picked up the lighter, about to kick game to y'all, point the lighter all in the screen. And I really feel pulled more towards to say Capricorn, I feel like a lot of you have actually not been following your plan. So whatever your end goal is, I want you to be honest with yourself during this month and say, okay, I had a strategy. Have I done anything to follow that strategy? And is me not following that strategy the reason why I haven't been reaching my end goal? Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. That's a rhetoric question. You guys know the answer is that's exactly why you haven't reached your end goal. Because have you been doing what you said you were going to do? We're really good at coming up with a way to achieve success, but we're also, homebodies. We like to kick it within our comfort zones and we get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have these really good ideas, but we don't actually, take action. During this month, Capricorn, it's really important for you to look at where you haven't been following your plans, and also look at which plans are not working for you, okay? This is not a, oh my gosh, this keeps happening over and over and over again. This is saying if you don't switch shit up now, you're going to find yourself in this space, in this position. 37, 10, 1 is all about new beginnings and new cycles. So this is saying you gotta switch some things up in order for you to get to that new beginning that you have your sights set on, okay? The next card that you have popping up in the spread is in the position of the crossing energy, and you've got Ogun Farai. And this is the 5 of air in this deck, and in this deck, this card resonates with just really being all over the place, just like things being, your thoughts being all over the place. So I was telling you guys to think about, your end goals and your plans, but in the way that you think about things, try not to have your brain pulled every which way. I think this is also popping up to say that there are things going on in the physical that you have to devote your energy to, whether it be work, your family, your finances, your health, your foundations. But I feel like there's some stuff going on in the physical that you have to, actively be present for, and you devoting that energy takes away from the time and energy that you can put into figuring out your end goals and figuring out those plans and those shifts in your plans that you need to. This is in a crossing position, and this being in a crossing position is very much so, compatible with this card. This is not necessarily a card that I want you to turn into an upright position. This is more so an energy that I think, Capricorn, we need to conquer during this next month. So, as I say in a lot of my videos, when the energy of, scatterbrain or things being all over the place comes up, in order for me at least personally, the way that I tackle my problems, I do not tackle them all at once. I don't try to think about everything all at the same time. And honestly, I'm very visual. I write out lists. I will write things down and I will go through my list. So whatever you're devoting your time and your energy and your thoughts to with that Ogun Farai card, that air, whatever you're feeling pulled to devote, you have to think about, you have to be present for, taking you away from what you feel like you need to figure out. Go one at a time. Okay, this is causing me a little bit of stress over here. What can I do to combat this? That card is also associated very much so with the energy of anxiety. So I feel like everything coming up for you is causing you to be a little anxious, which is causing you to, and when you're anxious, you're not really focusing on what needs to be focused on. You're focusing on what's causing the anxiety. So very important for you, Capricorn, during this month to tackle these things one at a time. Don't try to be the big bad wolf and, blow it all down. Just, one at a time. Okay, this is what's happening over here. This is how I get this together. Now that's done. This is what's happening over here. This is how I get this together. Now that's done. This is what's happening over here. This is how I get this together. And once you work through all those things, this is where you find yourself. You say, okay, now I can look at my plans and see what's working and what's not. And now I can start to, shift and change things in order for me to get into that new beginning. All right. All right. Next card that you have coming up, Capricorn, you guys got a lot of air in this spread. So a lot that has to do with the way that your perspective and the things that, you're thinking about. You've got the Rada Ungan, and this is the King of Air in this deck. And this card is actually my favorite king card in this deck. This is the card of, really having everything together, having a clear understanding, knowing exactly what it is that you need to do, seeing how things are going to play out, and knowing how to get there. Very positive card. Just, there's no stress with this card. There's no, I need to figure out a way to do this. I need to figure out a way to do that. This is weighing on my mind over here. This is weighing heavy on my heart over here. No, this is the card of I have worked through everything that has caused me strife. I am no longer feeling that. I have a clear idea of what's going on. I understand what it is that I need. I understand what it is that I want. And I understand how to get to that point. This is in the position of the Virgo energy where you need to actually do some work in the physical, which, again, this is lining up perfectly within this reading. And I didn't really look at these cards when I pulled them. I pulled them and I walked away and went and ate a snack and cleaned up a little bit. Random. But this is going hand in hand with these cards. You've got this energy over here of, okay, you need to work through some things. You need to figure some things out. And then you need to, you know, re-strategize. And over here, this says you have what it is that you need. There's a Snow Allegra song that I love. And a line is, all I have is all I need. You have the ability to calm all this shit down. You're smart, Capricorn. I have faith in you. You have everything that you need here in order to work through all of these energies over here. You just have to have faith in yourself, and you also have to be very intentional in the way that you think. If you allow everything going on around you to consume you, then you will be consumed. But if you catch yourself in the midst of all that and say, oh, this is what's happening, I'm going to be able to tackle this. I'm going to be able to work through this. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to tackle it and work through it. We have the power to speak things into existence, and our thoughts are very intentional as well. Abracadabra, Abraxas. I create as I speak. So for you guys during this month of September, underneath your sister sign's energy, you've got to actually put energy into wanting to know what it is that you need to do to get into the spaces that you want to be in. You got to come a little bit out of, you know, that introvert Capricorn energy, and you've got to actually come and put your feet in the soil and toil, okay, Capricorn? You've got to do some work. You've got to maybe work through some heavy stuff or through a lot of chaos here, or you've got to, you know, just hang tight. I also pick up on this sense that some of you guys may have, like, something to do or have a project or be in like a probationary period or something of the sort, and you might just be in this space of like where you're very close to being at that point where you need to be at, but you're so over it, or it's like it feels like it might be a little overwhelming. My message to you, Capricorn, is to hang tough, stick with it, be positive. Like I said, tell yourself you got it, tell yourself you can get through it, because you will. Everything that you're dealing with during the month of September is preparing you for what's to come, or putting you into alignment with what you need to be in alignment with, okay? So just hang tight. Don't let go of the reins just yet. Hang tight. See how things play out. I think they'll play out in your favor, okay? All right, the last card that you have coming up in your spread is in the position of the soul message, and you've got the Wolf card here, which has the number 5 attached to it, which is what? The energy of change and transformation. And what was I talking about with this Virgo card? Preparing for the change and transformation. You got to have all your shit together, Capricorn, in order to be ready for whatever's coming in for you. And I feel like there's a lot of positive change and shifts happening for you in the physical coming up in this fall. So you've got to be prepared and ready to take all that on, so that it can be a smooth transition. The Wolf card here comes with the message of the teacher. So I think just an important message for you, Capricorn, especially because y'all resonate with this energy of knowing exactly how to achieve success. I think it's important for you to understand that if you do feel like you're not exactly sure how to get to those goals that you want to have planned out and mapped out, if your plans aren't working, to reach out to people who have achieved those goals. Reach out to people who might have some, you know, some valuable advice for you. And the thing with advice, you don't have to take all of it. You take what works for you, but, you know, you show gratitude. People give advice from experience. So not everybody's advice is going to work for you, but whatever does, you take it. Whatever doesn't, you just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to somebody. It is okay to ask for help, especially if it's in regards to, you know, helping you get your shit together. Like, it's cool, Capricorn. You don't have to do everything by yourself. Although you are used to doing so, you do not have to do everything by yourself. And even with this Wolf card here, you can still do everything by yourself. You can just reach out for a little bit of insight and pick up a little bit of knowledge, okay? All right, y'all, that's your reading. I hope that you picked up some insight from it. If you feel like you have any questions or comments, please go on and drop them down below. If you'd like to book your own personal reading, you can do so through my Etsy shop. I've got that link down below as well. I'm also having an end of summer sale, so hang tight. Again, I'm going to have those sale prices updated this week, so if you're interested in grabbing like some chakra jewelry or booking your own reading or getting your natal chart done or your numerology chart, you can do so there at a discounted rate coming up here, because I need to get rid of my summer inventory so I can put my new products on the shop. And yeah, I think that's all. I dropped my other shameless plugs at the beginning of the video, so thank you guys for watching. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.